مبسوطين النهارده بوجود النجمه فيولا ديفيس بطله فيلم ريني's بلاك بوتوم ومخرج العمل جورج معانا في شوتایم. And let me start with Viola. Rainey had special features, and we can also say that she was very special as an artist. How did you prepare for playing for this character, especially with all the details involved?
Doing my research, giving myself over to the given circumstances. She was a woman who was over 250 pounds. She like a mouthful of gold teeth and makeup. She did coon face shows. And also I have to say that I saw a performance because there were 7 pictures, but there were musicians at that time that talked about her, the way she looked, that they didn't find her attractive, but she, you know, was really kind to certain people, gave them opportunities. She was also brutal. Her makeup looked like grease paint under the lights, looked like it was melting off of her face. She always looked like she was covered with sweat. She had a mouthful of gold teeth and a wig made of horsehair. So I embraced all of that. I embraced who she was, and the rest I just filled in the blanks.
Of course, it was very difficult preparing for her character, but you really did a good job preparing for the character and playing the character. So George, continuing talking about the obstacles you faced during shooting the movie, one of them was that we saw that you guys shot most of the scenes in the movie in just one place or location. And this usually makes it harder for making or creating any movie. So we'd like to know from you how you're considering this obstacle, if we can call it so.
What's really interesting to me, what I wanted to play around with very specifically was the difference between expansion and restriction, because you know, by opening it up as it does in the very beginning in the South, where you see these guys running at the tent show and the journey to Chicago and the guys walking the street, it's, you know, you're creating a sense that there is space in this, particularly in the South, where there is space and there air is breathing. And then when we venture into Chicago, it's on a hot, horrible day, and so you're creating external circumstances that are going to come to play with the people, with Ma and her band when they are recording, and very specifically with the band when they are in that basement room and the fan isn't quite working, and just the potency of urban heat and the impact that it can have on the spirit and the soul.
Considering the obstacles you faced, and the movie was in a historical period, and this supposedly makes it harder, you did a really good job with the picture also. And this was the last movie for Chadwick Boseman, so Viola, the news about the passing of the movie's main character Chadwick has affected the whole world. Rina's Black Bottom was his last movie. We'd like to know from you more about how was it behind the scenes with the late star.
To work with Chadwick is to be in the presence of greatness, really. And I actually don't see him tragically. And I know he lost his life at 43, but I just, only because of what he did with the time he had. My greatest moment with him was when Ma fires him. I loved it. And I just remember, you know, just getting his eye and me, just us connecting at that time. And it was a moment where 2 actors morphed into their character and sort of disappeared.
Of course, may his soul rest in peace, and you all did a really good job. Thank you for being with us on its Showtime program.
نزل التردد الجديد 11785 الاستقطاب رأسي، معدل الترميز 27500، معامل تصحيح الخطأ 5/6.